Hello students, this is fourth lecture from OEC 552 soft computing subject. This lecture helps us to learn the genetic algorithm, biological background of the genetic algorithm basic concepts and genetic algorithm operators. So genetic algorithm goes for a number of generation. Here in the GA we call each iteration as the one generation. There are so many steps involved inside the one generation. We will see what are the steps. When the generations are too high, it will generate the optimal solution. Okay, so you can see this diagram. There are so many generations that algorithm will produce the best solution from the group. So we can iterate for n time until we got our target is reached. So genetic algorithms are the technique to solve the problem where we need optimization. It's actually start from the computing, evolutionary computing, and GAs are based on the Darwin's theory. Who proposed the theories are all the species are arrived by the evolution, not by the creation. So start from the one cell to up to the human being, everything is evolved for millions of years. So the evolutionary computing actually evolved in 1960. After that, John Allen, who is the author for the genetic algorithm, he proposed the genetic algorithm in mid of 1970 based on the Darwin's theory. So this is the biological background of the cell. So you can see this diagram that the cell contains so many components inside. Suppose we focus here in the cell nucleus, this will be like this. Here inside we have a nucleus. So over that we have two chromosomes, a nuclear envelope, pores, chromatin. So one cell, the functionality of that one cell focused only by the chromosome. The chromosome functionality, chromosome characteristics determine the cell characteristics. So we are going to simulate this cell inside your genetic algorithm. So our focus obviously goes to the chromosome. So we take the chromosome. So chromosome contains the genetical information of the species. Each chromosome is built up of DNA. We know that. Chromosome is contains, example for a human being, 23 pairs. Each chromosome is divided with the genes. So inside the gene we have a code, that each code contains some certain property or features of the species. The possibility of the genes for one property is called as allele. So every gene has a unique position in the chromosome. That position we call as a locus. So the genes, allele, locus, chromosome, we want to simulate the same features inside your genetic algorithm now. So the entire combination of the genes is called as a genotype. From the genotype, which develops some feature or special characteristics like blue color eyes, brown color hair, everything we call as a phenotype. So alleles may be dominant or recessive. You can see this left side diagram. Here left side parent is represented by the solid square. This characteristics not reflected in the first generation, but in the third generation, in the second generation, you can see the same characteristics are reflected. Isn't they are called as recessive alleles that can survive in the population for many generations without being expressed. But some characteristics are dominant, is it? So that will be expressed immediately from one generation to the second generation. You can see this hollow circle that reflected in the next generation, second generation, third generation, everywhere. Okay. So alleles may be of a dominant or recessive. So we take the human being cell, we focus on the cell chromosome, we take the genetic property of the chromosome and take the variant of the genetic and try to simulate them. So before that we must understand what is reproduction. So taking the reproduction types, it comes under meiosis or mitosis. Mitosis is copying the same genetical information from the parent node to the offspring without any exchange. So it is a growing of a multi-cell structures like organs are growing. Okay. So another way is called as a meiosis. It basis for the reproduction, taking the characteristics from the first parent as well as take some characteristics from the second parent, go for the reproduction. This zygote will produce the new individual. So genetical information is shared between the parents in order to create the new offspring. You can see here the characteristics are taken and gone for reproduction. Based on the meiosis process, we got the new offspring with the characteristics of both the parent node. So the origin of a species. So preserves the favorable variation and reject the unfavorable variation. So there are more individuals are born than can survive. So there is a continuous struggle for life for any species. So individual with the advantage have the greater chance for the survive. If we take the giraffe is having the long neck. If at all it is not having the long neck, it can't survive. So that the features the animals or species is having in order for the survival is called survival of fittest. So each and every variation in the genetics happens because of this crossover and mutation technique. Now we try to simulate the natural property into the genetic algorithm. Take the chromosome. Hereafter we consider the chromosome as the string. Each gene I call as a character. Allele is a feature value present inside the character. Locus is the position of that string inside the character inside the string. Genotype gives the structure. Decoded information from the genotype is the phenotype, that is a feature that I call as a decoded structure. So what is the principle of a selection? Select the best and discard the rest. So two important elements required for any problem before any genetic algorithm can be used for a solution. One is encoding, another one is assigning the fitness value. After doing this encoding and fitness value, you can select the best. So how to go for encoding? You can represent by using string of bits or numbers or characters. Same way we can assign the fitness function based on the total height, weight or any other feature. So these two statements are prerequisite for any selection process. This is a natural selection. You can see there are two kind of species. One is in the green color, another one is a pink color. If the crow comes and eats a green color species for longer period, so in the reproduction, the species only focus for the pink color. If time grows, after some time, you will see that every species will be in the pink color because it has some intelligence to reproduce only the pink color because the crow is not eating the pink color. So this is a genetic algorithm elements. We take the chromosomes. Each cell location I call as a gene which determines some characteristics. I collect the list of the solutions. I call them as individual. Collection of this individual is called as a population. We consider this as a generation n. So we try to apply the operator for the genetic algorithm over this population. First we apply the selection process, select the matching pool, and after that you are going to for a crossover. Then you go for a mutation. After that we will get the new set of individuals with the optimized result. That I call as generation n plus 1. It's the next iteration of the generation n. So we collect the list of samples. Each sample is considered as a solution that may produce the optimal result or may not produce the optimal result. That's a non-optimal also. So for each individual we will assign the fitness value. We will evaluate each and every fitness value, every individual based on the fitness value. Select the best group and go for a reproduction. Apply the crossover. If there is a need, we can mutate that generated solution. Then the generated individuals will be considered as the population for the next iteration. That we call as a generation flow. So there are three operators that plays vital role in the genetic algorithm. One is selection, crossover, mutation. So we take the sample. Each and every sample is assigned with some fitness value. Based on the fitness value, we will choose the best two from the group for a breeding. You can see this one and this one is selected as the 1 and 2, the best sample from the group. All the remaining 4 we are going to discard now. This process we call as a selection. After that we are going for a crossover. There are so many types of crossover is available. This example shows about the 1-point crossover. So I cut here in this location. So 7 I take from the first parent. Remaining 2 position I am going to take from the second parent, 2 and 8. So one more kit will be like this. First component from the second child 11 and the second and third component from the first node what is called 11. So the second offspring will be 11, 11, 3. This is called as a 1-point crossover. So what is the mutation? After generating this individual, we come to know that third, fourth, fifth positions are not in a correct form. We want to flip them. So instead of a 1, 0, 0, we consider them as 0, 1, 1. So this is a fitness function. It quantifies the optimality of the solution. That particular chromosome may be ranked against all other chromosomes. So based on the ranking only, we are going to select. So fitness value is assigned to each solution depending upon how close it actually to solve the problem. If the species contains the lowest fitness, and then the generation for the first generation and second generation, it will go for a lesser reproduction, and you will get only few collection of the offspring. If it is having higher fitness, it will survive for a longer period, and the breeding also high. We got so many offspring in the second and third generation. So in order to solve the problem, we always prefer the highest fitness value. This is a genetic algorithm search space. So you know what is the meaning for a search space. Collection of all possible states we call as search space or state space. In every point we consider as a solution here. So each point has its own fitness value depending upon the problem definition. We will prefer the best group from this set of solution. Assume that suppose we want to minimize the cost, we'll prefer the minimum value from this group, this one. Otherwise you can go for a maximum, that is also for some problem, maximum result. There may be some problem like local maxima also inside the search space, we have to resolve them. So we collect the entire sample that I call as a population. From the population, we set to generate the new set of individual that we call as a generation. Each individual we are assigning with the fitness value that having more chance for the reproduction. So this is a genetic algorithm flow. So we start with creating random population, that is initialization, assigning the fitness value for each chromosome, and after that based on the fitness value select the best group, and after selecting you are going for a crossover. Then if there is a need, you can mutate the chromosome. Now you got the new set of population. That initial population will be replaced by the new set of population. So I'll test my criteria. If it is satisfied, there I can stop. Otherwise, I'll iterate the same algorithm for so many generation until my criteria is satisfied. So there are so many crossover techniques are there. This one, you can take the collection of the chromosome. This one is a gene. So I apply the single point crossover now. Take the first 3 position from the first parent. Take the remaining 3 position from the second parent. So the output will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. The vice versa for the second offspring. So take the first 3 position from the second parent. Remaining 3 position from the first parent. There will be 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So now we got the crossover offspring. There are so many types of crossover. We see the first 3 type, basic type. This is a 1 point crossover. Cut here. Take first 2 bits from the parent, 0, 0. Remaining 3, 4, 5, 6 will be taken from the second parent node. So the output will be 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1 for first spring. 1, 0 from the second parent. This portion will be occupied for the second offspring. Suppose instead of cutting 1 point, you can cut by the 2 points also. Now I cut here as well as cut here. Take first 2 point from the first parent node. Remaining 3 position I have to get from the second parent feature, second parent gene. Last position I keep it from the parent one. The second one, first 2 from the second parent, remaining 3 from the first parent, and last position from the second parent. Instead of this way, you can go for a uniform crossover also. In the uniform crossover, you have to flip the coin. Based on the coin, if it's a head, you have to select the sample from the first parent. If it is tail, you can select the sample from the second parent, and goes on. So the reproduction cycle, selecting the parents from the mating pool, shuffle them and apply the crossover, apply the mutation, and after that you are replacing the whole offspring with the resulted offspring. Now we come to the conclusion of this lecture. So what are the things we seen so far? We started with the genetic algorithm. The other name for genetic algorithm, evolutionary algorithm, because it's based on the evolutionary theory. And there are so many operators for this genetic algorithm. Very first, we have to go for a selection. Selection needs a fitness value. So we have to assign the fitness value in the encoding section. After that only we can select the best individual from the population. So second operator, we have to apply the crossover. There are so many crossover technique, 1 point, multi-point, 2 point, or uniform crossover. Any one of the crossover technique we will apply for our new crossover algorithm, inside the algorithm. Then after that, if there is a need, you can apply the mutation also. These 3 operators we'll give the complete scenario for the genetic algorithm. Remaining concept we will discuss in the forthcoming class. Thank you, students.